everybody. It's Wednesday. And so you know what that time means. Time to draft some questionable piles of cards and try to make them work. I am super refreshed and relaxed today. Slept 16 hours last night. I'm feeling great. Right, going into pack 1, pick 1. Our rare is Manifestation Sage. That's a solid rare. Exciting, but solid. For uncommons, we got Symmetry Sage, Whirlwind Denial, and Prismari Apprentice. The lesson is Fractal Summoning. Any notable commons? There's a Frost Trickster in here. There's a Study Break. Be Spiteful Squad. I don't know. I think Manifestation Sage is good enough that we first pick it. We're not going to be married to it. I was thinking about the Study Break, though. I think white-based aggro decks are pretty good. But regardless, pack 1, pick 2. The lesson is still in here. There's an Elemental Summoning. There's also Quandrix Pledge Mage in here, which would be on color for us if we want to go into the Quandrix stuff. Rise of Extus is another solid removal spell with Learn on it, so that's good. Sign in Blood is good, but I don't think it's quite as good as any of these 3 commons. Not really into Brackish Trudge or Emergent Sequence as much. I think if we want, like, lessons are really important. But I've seen these kind of go around. I'm going to gamble that we're going to see another one of these later. I think Quandrix Pledge Mage is less likely to wheel. It's probably correct to just take Elemental Summoning, though, because lessons are so important. I don't know, we're going to take the Pledge Mage. I think it's part of a core part of the Quandrix deck. And then we'll pick up ways to learn and lessons and stuff later. Pack 1, pick 3. We're seeing a lot of really good Silver Quill stuff available. There's a Professor of Symbology still in here. There's an Inkling Summoning. Prismari Apprentice is here for the red-blue decks. There's also Arcane Subtraction, which would fit into our plan. Maybe we'll train wreck this draft and go into Silver Quill really hard if this kind of stuff keeps coming around, but I'm willing to snap off this Arcane Subtraction for now. And be disappointed when that pack comes around later on. Pack 1, pick 4. There's still some good green stuff in here, so maybe that last pack was just a little bit of a fluke. I kind of want to take Professor of Zoomancy. There's also Intro to Prophecy, which is a solid lesson. Not amazing, but it's solid. Biomathematician, which would fit into our deck. I don't know, like, the Quandrix decks kind of want to be skipping the 4 drops. So we're kind of want to be ramping past that with, like, field trips and stuff. But it's a good, I think this card's fine. Probably don't want Reject. So I think here it's between Professor and Intro to Prophecy. You know, I like having access to Intro to Prophecy. We're going to grab that. Pack 1, pick 5. There's still a Rutha in this pack. So maybe that's telling us that Prismari is a little bit open. There's also Pest Summoning if we want a green lesson. And it's kind of a decent lesson if you're doing the kind of slow gum up the ground game kind of thing. I also like Wormhole Serpent, but we can those kind of wheel sometimes. I don't imagine it'll be like the last pick though. Guess we want... I think Ruth is a big enough bomb that we're gonna We're gonna take that. Yeah, Ruth is here. Hey there, Papa Taco. How's it going? Let's see here. Pack 1, pick 6. Yeah, I like going into Rutha here. I think she's pretty solid. Might let us splash, do the teamer thing. Here, I think it's probably going to be Eureka Moment. I don't think Waterfall Aerialist is super where we want to be. Resculpt is fine, but not amazing. Spring Main Servant doesn't do much for us. We're not really the life gain Witherbloom deck. We're going to grab the Eureka Moment. Pack 1, pick 7. Ooh, Growth Spiral. We're going to snap that up. Interesting to note there's still Quintorius in the pack, so I guess that Lorehold's probably pretty open, but I don't really like Lorehold, so whatever. Ten the Best is still in here too. I've been known to draft a Wither from time to time, so that's interesting. No one wants Pestilent Cauldron. Hey, there's an on-color Campus. We're going to grab that. Although we could consider Charge Through, because we're going to want ways to just grow our whatchamacallit, our Quandrix Pledge Mage. Now let's grab the Campus. I've lost too many games to just, like, not having a Campus, and they had a Campus. Ooh, tough pick. On the wheel, there's a Frost Trickster. There's a Biomathematician. There's a Pledge Mage. I kind of feel like it's supposed to be the Pledge Mage. No, Frost Trickster is a little bit better than that. I think it's the Trickster here. Hopefully we can pick up some. Ooh, another Frost Trickster. Wow, I was right. The Elemental Summoning Wheel. We're gonna snap that up. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna need to hope that we pick up some 2-drops later on. Yeah, here's that pack that earlier I knew we weren't gonna get anything back from, so I'm gonna just take this Mystical Archive card for the collection. Yeah, this is about the spot where I pick up Biomathematician. Don't really like Golden Ratio. Burrog Befuddler. Sure. That's a 2-drop, I guess. How likely are we going to be to cast Golden Ratio? Probably not. Yeah, we'll try it. I've never cast it before. We'll give it a shot. Yeah, you are right, though. I think we do need to probably grab some 2-drops. I'm just such a sucker for these Frostlinks effects. Enthusiastic Study. Maybe that makes a deck. Nothing. Okay, pack 2, pick 1. The rare is Fervent Mastery, so no. There's a Putrefy in here. We're not black, although we could splash for it. Not super exciting. I think here it's got to be between Mage Duel, Field Trip, and Mentor's Guidance. Mentor's Guidance would grow our Pledge Mage pretty strongly. Mage Duel is decent removal and works really well with Quandrix Pledge Mage as well. And the Field Trip is just a solid Lesson Learn. This one's tough. So what does our deck need? Let's switch it to this kind of view so we can see a little better. We're pretty good on 2-drops for now. Or 3-drops, that is. These are all 3-drops, then. I'm kind of partial to Mage Duel. We're going to grab that. It's possible that the correct pick was actually the Field Trip, though. Yeah, you're right. More learn is always good. What do we have to learn for? We have Intro to Prophecy and Elemental Summoning. Yeah, we got to pick up some more ways to learn later on. So here we could take Basic Conjuration. There's also Blex. Blex doesn't do much for us, I don't think. I think we need 2-drops, so I think it's Scurrid Colony, although Snakeskin Veil and Fortifying Drought are pretty sweet. Yeah, I ended up going with the Mage Duel because it works so well with the Quandrix Pledge Mage. Alright, pack 2, pick 3. We've got Jadzi / Journey to the Oracle. If this ever triggers, it's a pretty big deal, but it seems hard to make work. But we don't really have a whole lot on our top end, so I'm willing to give it a shot. Elemental Summoning wheeled the first time. I don't know why it wouldn't wheel this the next time. We'll take this Jadzi. Ooh, Cultivate, that's where we want to be. The other things in this pack for us are Burrog Befuddler, not super exciting, and Big Play, which I do like. I think Big Play is a little bit underrated, actually. I've blown a few people out with that in previous streams. Ooh, there's another Mage Duel in this pack. There's also Frost Trickster, Kelpie Guide, and Negate. We're pretty full on 3-drops, but it's hard to pass up removal like Mage Duel. I'm considering the Kelpie Guide, though. We're low on 2-drops, so maybe Reckless Amplemancer, but that might wheel. I'll take the second Mage Duel. If we can pick up another Quandrix Pledge Mage, this deck is going to be probably right about where we want it. Pack 2, pick 3. There's kind of not much in here that's super exciting. Maybe Biblioplex Assistant. What would we be getting back? Cultivate would be fine. Buying back a Mage Duel is good. Or like a Eureka moment. Buying back like Arcane Subtraction to learn again would be good. I like it more than Waterfall Aerialist, so I'm going to take that. All right, so here's our payoff for splashing red. It's going to be this Elemental Masterpiece, which should be easy to get to with a Cultivate. A third Mage Duel. It's kind of hard to pass up. Now I think we're like really good on our 3-drops. This is like too much. Wow, Field Trip came around too. We're in the right college at least. Yeah, this is coming together pretty sweet. I'm relatively pleased with this. What we'd like to see in Pack 3 is probably like environmental sciences. More ways to learn would be good, because right now we just have the Arcane Subtraction or this Field Trip, which we're lucky wheeled. Fortifying Draft is fine as a combat trick, but I think we like Basic Conjuration. To add that to the lesson. Yeah, that's right. Mage Duel can cost 1 when we cast another spell, so we can probably double spell pretty often. We're gonna have a lot of land. Pack 2, pick 11, basically nothing for us. We'll take 10 the Pests. Maybe we splash a black, but probably not. Yeah, I kind of love Fortifying Draft in the Witherbloom decks. I think it's super, super underrated. Yeah, we'll grab the Big Play here. Hey, we get to pick up Negate as well. That's going to be sweet. I would consider the Kelpie Guide, but we're pretty full on 3s. Spine Karok, you're just living on your side, boy. Sorry, buddy. But yeah, this is coming out pretty nice, actually. Hopefully we open some sweet rare in our next pack. We do. It's Body of Research. I have not had the pleasure of casting this one yet, so we're going to just slot that in to try it out. What else is in the pack? Let's see. There's Igneous Inspiration, if we wanted to splash red a little harder, which would be, you know, solid. Intro to Annihilation for the lesson plan. Yeah, we're going to take the sweet mythic. I am a sucker for these kind of things. Imagine hitting that off of Jadzi. Oh boy. Hey, there's a Needlethorn Drake, right? What we need. We need 2 drops to gum up the ground. That's one of them. Hopefully we can find something better than Burrog Befuddler. Maybe another Drake would be good. I'm not super in love with Golden Ratio, but I'm willing to try it out. I don't think I've cast it once this form. And we're getting into the point in the format where I'm just happy to just try random stuff out. And the art on it's great. Yeah, bigger creatures to fight better would be pretty good too. Because we're going to be fighting like all the time. We're a little low on that. I guess Test of Talents is the pick here. Although I could have considered the second Eureka Moment, which would have probably been better than Golden Ratio. It'll probably wheel though. We'll see what we have coming around. We got a bit of a train forming over here. We should be seeing the next pack pretty soon. Here we go. Hey, there is a splashable mythic, Galazeth Prismari. It's kind of just a 3/4 flyer for us, but I think that's fine. So I guess if we see a Prismari campus, we want that to make our splash a little easier. Yeah, that's true. And it ramps. Makes a treasury token for us. We need to make some cuts. All right, Befuddler, goodbye. And I think I like Test of Talents more than I like Negate. Interesting. There's a lot of good stuff in here for us. There's Needlethorn Drake, Exponential Growth, which if we put it on a flyer might just steal a random game. There's Solve the Equation, but it's not like we're trying to find a specific instant or sorcery. I guess Solve the Equation finds Body of Research, but that seems like it's too cute. Serpentine Curve would probably just be fine filler. Spell count for Curve, we are at like 13. I'm going to take that, and we're going to hope that the Exponential Growth wheels. Oh, hey, Quandrix Pledge Mage number 2. That's what we need to see for this deck to really be working. Grab that. At this point, I'm not as interested in Biblioplex Assistant. That one can go. To make one more cut. Probably Golden Ratio. All right, what's in here? Prismari Campus. Yes, please. Oh, can I pass up Burian Books, though? Burian Books is so good. Now we have to be a big boy and make our deck actually function, unfortunately. Quandrix Pledge Mage number 3. Yes, please. All right, so I think we can cut this Biomathematician now. I don't think he's where we want to be. I don't think I want any of these, really. Maybe... Actually, Square Up is pretty solid with all these Pledge Mages. Might even be better than Big Play. I think we're at the point in the draft where we kind of don't care. We're just going to steal this Dina from whoever wants it. There's a Eureka Moment, but I don't know if we're going to play 2. We can consider it, at least. What's our lesson plan look like? It's not great. We have basic conjuration. We have an elemental summoning, and we have an intro to prophecy. Enthusiastic study, sure. Now let's take this random 1/3. Why not? Strategic planning. Probably not going to play it, but it's shiny. Just waiting for one more pick to come around. we can get into the games here. Secret Rendezvous. I had an opponent cast that once, and then I later learned they had Approach to the Second Sun in their deck, and then it all made sense. I don't like that split of mana there. I think we want probably 3 mountains. Then how many blue sources? I think I want like 8 blue sources. Need 6 islands. And then I want like 9 green sources. So we need to make some changes. So realistically, how often are we going to be able to abuse Rutha in this deck? Probably not too much. Like, what does Rutha get to copy very often? Like, if we double Body of Research, that's sweet. And if we double Elemental Masterpiece, that's sweet. But we need a lot of mana to make that work. Rutha's really at her best with instant speed stuff. Because then you can protect her just by casting the instant speed stuff. Yeah, double duels is pretty sweet, that's true. It's so mana hungry though. Oh yeah, that's true for the pledge mages. Yeah, you're talking me into it. Maybe we'll try and make this work. So if we're going to try and make this work, maybe we have to play 18 lands. So that means we need to cut a spell. I think square up is fine, but not quite good enough. Okay, how many lands are we at now? We're at 19. Let's cut 1 mountain. That gives us 3 red sources, which is definitely enough for the Elemental Masterpiece. Maybe enough for Galazeth, and we're probably not going to actually cast Rutha till much later anyway. Till we know that we can actually use her. And we can find the red source with Cultivate. So I'll count that as a red source. Make that 4 red sources. Alright. I'm willing to try this out. Let's go with... what are we doing today? World Tree, why not? Alright, let's get into the games. See how this goes. I think our deck is solid. I don't know if it'll be 7 wins, but the game should be fun. If we can cast like Body of Research twice or Jadzi, I'll consider that a moral victory. Alright, so this opener is 4 lands, Serpentine Curve, and 2 Mage Duels. We're a creature short of this being a Snapkeep. We're on the play. We don't have very many creatures. I think I've got a mulligan this. This isn't a whole lot better, but I don't want to go to 5. We're going to keep this and send back probably this mountain. We can discard this Elemental Masterpiece to ramp if we need to. Alright, it's cast Body of Research and pray hours, I guess. These are the kind of hands I get on this stream. If you want to see me navigate my way through these, stick around. Oh, I think our opponent also mulled, so maybe they're going to have a tough time as well. If they're any flavor of like Silver Quill aggro, we might be a little pooched, but that's Magic the Gathering. Ah, they are Quandrix, so we have time. I think we need to discard this Elemental Masterpiece to ramp into Eureka Moment. so that we can find more lands. It's looking like what our plan has to be. It would also grow our Serpentine curve if we just want a 2/2. Which seems suspect. Hey, another land, great. Oh, I forgot to pitch the Elemental Masterpiece. Oh, I can't. It's too blue. It's not too colorless. Rip. Alright, we'll hold on to it then. But, yikes. Luckily our opponent's not pressuring us, or else we would probably just be dead. Like if they went Eye Twitch, Eager First Year, Silver Quill Pledge Mage, we're just dead. Oh, there's some Sultai flavor. Pestilent Cauldron. What does this do? It makes pests. It mills. And exiles cards from a graveyard. Oh, sweet. So we can play this Forest, and then Eureka Moment EOT, which lets us put the Prismari Campus into play. That's nice. And then if we hit an island in the top, I think 3 cards here, that means we get to cast Body of Research as a 29/29. Maybe I should have been running the crafter. Or the trample cantrip, whatever it's called. This is just gonna get chumped for literal ever. Eureka. Oh, 2 tap lands. Let's put the Prismari Campus in. Did we hit an island? Or we could just play Manifestation Sage as with a 6/6 alongside it. I like your biomathematician, opponent. Mine is better. And then we can Body of Research next turn. I guess it's 5/5, but yeah, things are shaping up okay for us. I think we're going to be able to just go bigger than them as long as they don't have like Bury Invokes or any bounce effects. I think should be okay. Because a 28/28 is pretty hard to fight. I guess next turn we go Body of Research, Golden Ratio, draw 2. Not too bad for our opponent. Oh, a Death Toucher, my one weakness. We need to trade with that, I think. I guess we can Mage Duel. How much mana do we have? If we had 1 more mana, we could... it's a little unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, oh, can we Galazeth and duel? Oh yeah, with the treasure we can, totally. Yeah, good call. Yeah. I forgot he makes a treasure. We'll trade away our 2/2. We should be able to crunch in here. Puts them in a tough spot, but they've got a lot of cards and a lot of mana. Game volume's a little loud. Thanks for letting me know. Turn that down just a smidgen. How's that? Any better? Yeah, we're really crunching this in. He's under a decent amount of pressure. Another biomathematician. Ooh, Kelpie Guide. Hey, so now I think it's body of research time. First, let's crunch in with Galazeth. So we could body of research, or we could elemental masterpiece, which is probably a little better because I think we just want to go around them. They can tap down our creatures for days with Kelpie Guide. Well, how many lands do they have? They have, what, 6? They're 2 away from doing that. Maybe we can get 1 attack in. Well, then they'll just make Pestilent Cauldron token. They have to discard a card for that, so I think that's fine. I think a 26/26 is good enough to just have on the field. He's a pretty big guy. Our opponent is reading the card. It's how big now? Now they're going to dig for something to do. Field trip. So they could go field trip into Intro to Annihilation. That would answer us. But it would draw us a card. And it'll take them a turn to do it. So we're going to get to eat either one of their cards off the Pestilent Cauldron, or one of, I guess they're 1/1. So I think we're in a decent spot. They had Valentine/Lisette. That's a good one. Glad we don't have to deal with her. How many lands do they have? 1, 2, 3, 7. They can't tap stuff down just yet. So we're going to get 1 attack in with our 26/26. Ooh, Test of Talents. Sweet. Very sweet. How much mana do we have? Do we have enough to do both of them? No. We could Curve and Test of Talents. That can wait till post-combat, I think. Let's get in with everybody. This should reduce their life total at least by 3, and it'll take 2 of their creatures. If they want to gang block the 5/5, they're totally welcome to. Yeah, I think we want to kill the Fractal in case they have a 3rd Biomathematician. And guess curving for a 4/4 isn't the worst thing in the world. Actually, if I cultivate, I don't think I played a land this turn, so I would have 5 mana left over, which is not enough to also curve and test. So we're just going to make a 4/4. Not the best curve, but not the worst either. This is pretty scripted. This goes here. But now we get to see what's in their hand. No, we don't get to see what's in their hand. We get to see the victory screen. Nice. Just do nothing and play big creatures. Easy game. that was pretty fun. I like this deck. We did it. Let's go to our next game here. Thanks for the follow as well. I do appreciate that. Yeah, I mostly play limited. I mostly am streaming right now during pandemic times as a way to stay engaged with Magic, one of my hobbies. Pretty much just as a hobby, and it's pretty much just limited for me. I have been known to play Historic in the past. I typically played and incidentally, before I get too off track, this hand is a snap keep. But yeah, I mostly play limited, but in Historic I played the Jund food deck. I made Mythic with it a couple times. But I'm less into constructed on Arena. I play a lot more constructed in paper, but that's kind of not a thing in my part of the world right now. Things should be opening up soon. I got my second dose like Monday, so that's why I had like 16 hours of sleep yesterday. Yeah, mostly limited, and I stream here every Wednesday around this time just as a way to keep a bit of a a routine going. Looks like our opponent here is doing some kind of aggressive strategy. Yeah, super hyped to get the vax. 2 weeks till I can go, continue to do nothing because nothing's open yet. But regardless. So I think here we want to play Quandrix Pledge Mage because we're just going to Mage Duel next turn and kill their poet. And we're not going to block. We just kind of need this to live. Yep, that's 3 damage. I accept the charges. Shadewing Laureate. Okay, well that thing's gotta die. Gonna eat your Laureate here, and then they are gonna have to start paying 2 life if they want to hit me. Probably will follow up with Frost Trickster. Hopefully we can hit a land to also be able to hold up Test of Talents. Eager first year. Not too concerned. Hunt for specimens. Yeah, this is the aggressive Silver Quill deck that I was afeared of. So what does Journey to the Oracle do for us? Any number of lands go... Okay, so this is not an actual spell. This is only Jadzi. I get it. We're going to play a Frost Trickster and tap down their Arrogant Poet. And not attack. We're going to be taking the control role here. A little constrained on lands for my liking. So we're going to see an Inkling summoning from our opponent. They're going to make their Eager First Year big enough to kill our Pledge Mage, so we're probably just going to have to take the 3 here. It's a little bit unfortunate. Cram Sesh. I wonder if we'll see them... So they don't have any expanded anatomies, but they have a lot of 2/1 flyers. So what's really nice here is we can Quandrix Pledge Mage and hold up the Test of Talents. And send it back. Hopefully they do this pre-combat. Try and get the trigger for their Eager First Year. Cram's not aggro, but sometimes in those decks you just need the like learn density to be able to grab your like payoffs, like your expanded anatomies. You really lean on those in those style of decks, I find. I think Cram Session is super underrated, but I have found most success in this format with Witherbloom, weirdly enough, so I just like the card a lot. Inkling Summoning. All right, be gone. So they have a Professor in their hand. They are not main decking any. Let's see what else they got. They have a Silver Quill Command. Yikes. And Dramatic Finale. Their deck is sweet. Mage Hunter's Onslaught we have to worry about. Okay, we just have to fade their rares then. Let's exile these. If they ever land Dramatic Finale, we're in trouble. I guess we're gonna just eat their 1/1. We can make this trade later. Life is a resource. As long as they don't have like Annihilate. They kind of have Annihilate. They have Reduced to Memory. I was wrong. We did not have time to make that trade. And they have Annihilate. Okay. Well, this one's going to be rough. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we're able to... Okay, so what does Journey to the Oracle do? You know it's bad when we're reading this one. Any number of land cards from your hand onto the battlefield. No. So that's not actually a card. This is just a treasure token. We have no choice but to send it back and feel sad. Yeah, I think we're probably going to be packing this one up. I mean, there's always a chance they don't cast their spells. Guiding Voice. Well, sometimes they just have it. Sometimes they just have it. Wow, and they have 2 Intro to Annihilation. You do get to draw a card here. Growth Spiral. All right, all right. Let's Growth Spiral. Put this mountain on the battlefield. Is there any way we live? Well, we certainly have to block the Eager first here. Because next turn we can Elemental Masterpiece, I'm pretty sure, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. We go to blockers. Let's trade with their thing they don't have to pay life for. And we'll go there. I'm taking 2, 3, 4, 5. We go to 1. Now, does Elemental Masterpiece get us out of it? It does not, because they can give us flying there. Cultivate doesn't do it. All right. Well, we managed to not die to the attack. Moral victory. I think that's the kind of deck that's supposed to beat us, though. So can't be too mad about it. I'm not particularly mad about, you know, losing Magic games in general. It's kind of just a way to pass time. Getting salty is not good for the heart. All right. Game 3 here. So this can do stuff. We have a Scurrid Colony. We need to hit a 3rd land, and our 3rd land probably needs to be like an island. Yeah, that's true. Off stream, I do definitely like get a little saltier, but like not terribly much. Let's mulligan this. This one's not quite good enough. 4 islands, a field trip, a eureka moment, and body of research. We're on the draw. I don't think this does anything either. If there any amount of aggro, we die. We don't draw, and we would need 3 forests to cast this. 5, 5, 5. Why can't I keep all 7 of these? We're keeping this. Guess we're saying goodbye to Frost Trickster because we're going to cultivate. And we can put the mountain back for now because we're going to find it with the cultivate. We just have to hope that we hit a land in our first few cards. Yeah. I'm sure they'll... I mean, they kept a 7-lander to our 5, so things aren't looking good for us. We definitely got the internal grumbles going on, but... what can you do? Shuffler's rigged. Watsy, please. Mara, why are you doing this to me? I've been targeted specifically by the algorithms. Hey, we drew the mountain. Nice. All right. There's some form of green, so we're not going to be under too much pressure. Overgrown arch. What, me worry? All right, all right. So we're probably not going to be hitting them for very much damage to start with, but we're going to be cultivating soon. Actually, we can just naturally cast this. We can play our Quandrix Pledge Mage to apply a little more pressure. Reject? No one plays Reject. Oh well. Better him than Galabeth. Dragon's Guard Elite. Okay. Alright, show me your second Reject opponent. I dare you. No second Reject. This Dragon Guard's Elite's going to be a problem, though. Oh, they want to learn here. Elemental Summoning. It's pretty good. A Mage Jewel is pretty sweet here. So let's cultivate. Find a forest, I suppose. Hey, I was supposed to get another land. Arena, why you do this to me? Let's eat your 3/3 before this gets too much of a problem. I'm gonna start taking a little bit of damage from their 4/4, but I think that's fine. We're winning this race. Don't think the extra land's gonna matter too much. What are the odds they have a combat trick? Well, we have Arcane's Attraction. Let's make him use it. I feel good about trying to win this race. You don't want to fight, huh? It's fine. Pop quiz. Pledge Mage going to be getting big. Maybe we don't attack next turn. Try and get him with this. But I guess it depends what they learn for. If they got this the first time, maybe they'll get another one? Yeah, they got another one. Yeah, so we need to deal with this Pledge Mage. It's the only way. Yeah, that misclick on the Cultivate is costing us a little bit here. Because this Scurrid Colony should be a 4/4. All right. Taking 4. You get to eat their pledge mage, so it's okay. I think I want my own 4/4 here. Hey, we got Test of Talents too. Sweet. So now we can go back to crunching. Feeling pretty good about trading a 4/4 for a 4/4 here. Playing around a combat trick by blocking. They did nothing, so I assume they have something. Probably Burian books. Snow Day? Get that out of here. They have Bookworm, Tempted by the Auric, which they can cast next turn. Serpentine Curve for 6. Oh yeah, we gotta kill him. Awkwardly play a Manifestation Stage as a 2/2 for basically no value. They need to deal with Galazeth this turn. Or play Bookworm. Can we cast Jadzi? I think we can. Bye-bye, treasure. CMC 3 or less? Okay. They might just be dead to Galazeth here. No, they can take my guy and then block Galazeth with it. It's a little gross. Teach by example. Oh, this is going to be a lot of tokens. So we need to deal with the Scourge colony. We're not blocking. And we're dying. Forgot what my life total was. Oof. Yeah, they got to 8 mana and got to do their thing. I'm pretty sure not taking the second land off Cultivate cost us. Wow. All right, well, let's see if we can salvage this a little bit. Come on to our next game here. We did pretty well for keeping a 5-lander. Hopefully we find our next opponent pretty shortly here. All right, here we go. Here we've got Needlethorn Drake, a Mage Duel, Body of Research. Yeah, I like this. Seems pretty solid. Gonna run out our Needlethorn Drake here. Hey, no problem. Thanks for popping by. Nothing to do here. Just gonna hit him for 1. Yeah, exactly. Papa-ing by. See ya. Silverquill Pledge Mage. I don't really want a Mage Duel with that. Do want a Frost Trickster it though. For 1. Combat prof. Yuck. We're gonna duel with him. Get him out of here. Let's get in for 3. We'll hold back the Drake. I like trading here. I guess next turn we're playing Pledge Mage. Combat prof number 2. No. Stop it. Rex Sage with a 4/4 seems decent. Now we will stare at each other till someone finds the advantage. I think I want to hold on to the growth spiral for later. I'd like to develop this Quandrix Pledge Mage. And I don't mind cracking in with the 4/4. I guess they probably have some kind of trick, though. Let's make them use it. We have bigger things coming our way. Oh no, that 4 is just free. Pretty sweet. Brackish Trudge. Yeah, that's not great. Not too concerned about it, though. Land number 5 for us. Let's get in with this and the Pledge Mage. If they want to block this with the Combat Professor, we get to eat them with the Growth Spiral. Think about it. Don't do it. Don't make that trade. It's not the trade I want you to make. All right, we're going to Growth Spiral. Well, that's one less creature to deal with. We're 1 turn away from Body of Researching. We hit an island. They've got a lot of cards, and they haven't been doing a whole lot of stuff. I'm a little concerned. They want to 5 us here, that's fine. They're just not attacking, which is great. I love it. You love to see it. Guess let's... It's a little awkward here. They just block with the Brackish Trudge. Trading a 4/4 for the Brackish Trudge doesn't seem amazing. But whatever. I think we're just going to be discarding this for a treasure. And then we're going to Body of Research next turn. Send it back. Maybe they need double white? Rise of Extus, my 2/2 Reacher. I'm okay with this. This is fine. Find Intro to Annihilation. Let's make a treasure here. Can I cast Jadzi here? It's 4, 5, 6, 7. I'd rather just make the 23/23. I think we can start getting in for 1 here. I don't think they want to trade their combat professor. We need to apply a little bit of a clock. So we're probably going to lose this 23/23, but we will get to draw a card and take their whole turn. Not a fan of how many cards they had, though. And Devouring Tendrils is good. Gets rid of my Death Toucher. Annihilate my guy. Sure. Not blocking. Play Pledge Mage and then have our Frost Trickster fight their professor. Get in for 5. Send to 3. Maybe they're more of a Witherbloom deck and they just got really posed on lands. See what they do here, but I'm feeling like we might win this one. Yeah, we got it. All right. So we need to win a little bit more for this to be economical, but I like our deck a lot. We had a couple tough losses with some tough mulligans. A little bit of misplays thrown in there to seal the deal. We should find our next opponent pretty shortly here. Got our next opponent here. So our opener is Scurrid Colony, Field Trip, Body of Research. Yeah, I like this. This is good stuff. Hopefully we can draw a few more lands. I'd love to play this Prismari Campus, but I kind of need to get Scurrid Colony onto the battlefield. Next turn we'll Field Trip if they don't do anything. Ooh, they're really nice and slow here, which is good for us. We can Field Trip. And I think I want Elemental Summoning. For 2. They got a biomathematician, but it's not too scary. Let's play our Prismari campus and eat their 2/2. Get in for another 3. I could have mage dueled their other 1/1, but that seems like poor value. Oh no, are they doing like the 4-color sand black control special? Let's just get in for another 2 here. Show me test talents. Oh, 4/4 sticks. Awesome. Does get to eat a heated debate. We're keeping our 2/2 around though. Luckily they didn't fire that off in response to anything. Now I think we're just going to cast Body of Research. How does a 27/27 suit you? Decisive Denial. Yep, that works. It's okay, Scourge Colony is gonna get us there, I believe. See if we can stick this Quandrix Pledge Mage. We can. Excellent news. Full growth spiral on their EOT. They scry and bottom it. Good news for us. He will get another rainbow land. It'll cost him a mana though. Let's spiral. Grows our Scourge Colony, which is nice. Do we kill them with this mage duel if they have nothing? I think we do. Does that only put them to 1? Well, it makes them sad enough that they want to concede, so we take that. All right. We're at least on break even for wins territory now. One more and we can call it a cheap draft. And our deck, functions and fires. I think it's quite good. But as always, we're at the mercy of the shuffler a little. And our own, misclicks and misplays. This doesn't have any creatures, but we can find some with Arcane Subtraction. And we have Test of Talents. As long as they're not some, hyper aggro deck, I think this is fine. We get, a Quandrix Apprentice. This is very nice. Hunt for specimens. Get that out of here. Mortality Spear, Bookworm. They're an Abzan deck. Okay. Let's take out your other hunt. This one. Your deck looks pretty good. Unfortunately, they're also a go late deck. Hey, we can Eureka Moment. We'll do that on the end of turn though. can Needlethorn Drake and Quandrix Pledge Mage. I'd like to double spell here because we know they have removal. See what they do. Witherbloom Pledge Mage. We can kill this by doing Arcane Subtraction. Let's grab Elemental Summoning, I think. Then we'll Mage Duel. Here, kill him with the Death Touch. Then we can get in for 6. They probably have to Mortality Spear the Pledge Mage at this point. Are they anywhere near Bookworm mana? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they might be near Bookworm mana soon. I think we want to Galazeth here. And we might be Mage Dueling to kill their Bookworm. Leyline Invocation. Yeah, that's a big one. Guess we'll play Elemental Summoning. Let's just get in for 4. I think we're going to try and race them. If they do nothing but cast Bookworm, we're not blocking. We go to 12. Actually, we can Serpentine Curve and fight their Bookworm. That's pretty good. Not the sequence I would prefer, but I think it's good enough. Get in for a lot of damage. And then we have them dead in the air if they have no answers for our flyers. Curve for 5. That's not going to be enough. Closing Statement. Nice. Do we have enough? We can't even Body of Research. That's a little awkward. Guess we're Manifestation Saging just to get the body. And we'll get in for 1 in the air. Just to keep the pressure up. Need to hit an island. I don't think they can attack, though. Because they'll just die on the crackback. No, they're throwing out the good game. Good game. Hey, we got there. Nice. Now we're climbing a little. Making our way up through Platinum. So one more and we... So we're on like basically the break-even point on gems, which is nice. So if our run ends here, I won't be too upset. This is about where I thought this deck would perform. We're not like 100% busto, but solid deck, solid list. We're lucky our opponents have been more or less not particularly aggressive. I've been a little disappointed in Body of Research, but it is kind of a must remove threat. I had it cast against me, I think, once in the format, and it killed me because I didn't have removal, but all of our opponents have had removal, so that's been unfortunate. Should be seeing our next opponent pretty shortly, though. Hope everyone out there is having an excellent Wednesday. I know I am. Found our opponent here. So this hand has Test of Talents. It has Rutha. I think that's the first time we've seen Rutha, right? Yeah, this is like, there's like nothing in here we can do. We're on the draw, but I don't like it. We're going to mull this. This is a lot better. We're going to keep this one. We need to keep all these lands. I think we need to send back the Elemental Masterpiece because we have red. And just sort of hope we draw a creature. Hey, we drew a creature. Nice. So we're going to start off with a Needlethorn Drake here. Killian. It's the Killian experience. I have a 1/1 Death Toucher that can't block it, unfortunately. We're going to Mage Duel this right away. Humiliate. No. I've been humiliated. Takes my Mage Duel. So we got to hit our next Mage Duel then. We have 2 more in the deck, so it's not impossible, but... Okay. Let's Growth Spiral. Well, we're not blocking. You might as well get the 1 damage in. I think we're going to just die to Killian, though. Wah, wah. Silver Quill Silencer. And we're going to pay 2 mana for the privilege of Eureka Momenting. 3 life, that is. I think I'm incentivized to play this Quandrix Pledge Mage. Not attacking. We can gang block the Killian if we need to. Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Okay, I guess we can't block it. Fine. Fine. I mean, I gotta do it. Don't tell me you have more instant speed removal. Oh my goodness. They really have it all. Then we take 6 and then we die? Awesome. Yeah, there was no way we were beating that. Good game. Good beats, opponent. Deck is sweet. Those are the decks that beat us, though. So overall, pretty okay with this deck and this run. 4-3 is about where I would expect to end up. Probably could have scraped it to a 5-3, but yeah, that's just fine. All right, let's go again. Head into our next draft here. What do we see here? 2 mythics in our pack 1 pick 1. There's Crux of Fate and Blex. Professor of Symbology is in here too. Thunderous Orator, Environmental Sciences. This pack is stacked. So I'm going to take one of these 2 mythics. It's either the board wipe or Blex/search for Blex. I think Crux of Fate is just better. Mythic card. Good card. We want to be in black. I kind of want to play Eye Twitch here. Actually, Hunt for Specimens is probably a little better. Love me a good Hunt for Specimens. Maybe we can end up in a Witherbloom deck. That'd be sweet. Still definitely a little bit sleepy. But that's okay. Part of life. And part of life is also deciding if we want to also just grab Cody here and do a weird 5-color Cody deck, or if we just want to take the field trip. I think we just want to take the field trip. I don't think this is going to be a Cody deck. Other options would be taking Elemental Summoning. Frozen Grip's fine, but we're not playing best of 3. I like that it has split second, though. Access Tunnel's fine. Maybe we'll get back Reckless Amplimancer. Ooh, baby, there's a Blood Researcher and a Pest Summoning. We're going to take Blood Researcher, and I think I'm willing to go like all in on the Blood Researcher deck for now. I think this is going to be pretty open. If we could wheel Blex, that would be awesome. We're going to try and cut Witherbloom really hard so that our friend to our left here, who also took Blex, I'm pretty sure, sees nothing more from this color, and we can take Witherbloom cards in pack 2. So here, there's a Fractal Summoning for us. There's Spring Maidservant. There's Field Trip. Spectre. I think we just want Fractal Summoning here. No, I think we want... tough choice. Let's go here. I like ramping into Crux of Fate. I think that's sweet. I'm gonna take another Field Trip. We're gonna have to pick up our lessons pretty highly in the next packs, but our learn board is pretty good. 2 Field Trips and a hunt. All right, so what do we got here? Pack 1, pick 6. For us, it's basically just Professor of Zoomancy, although of note, there is Heated Debate available. There's also Maelstrom Muse and Elemental Masterpiece. I'm pretty sure Prismari is just super open, but we're going to stick to our plan for now. I think we can make this work. Hey, there's a Mage Duel or a Containment Breach. Containment Breach is randomly good, but I think it's Mage Duel for us. We'll really see how this draft is shaping up after we get the wheel packs, but yeah, we'll see. Should be seeing the next pack come around pretty shortly here. Oh, we really got a train building up here. All right. Wow, that's a really late Quandrix Cultivator. I guess we're taking Quandrix Cultivator. There's a chance we end up just Quandrix again, but like way more ramp focused with the Sultai bent. And Neilthorn Drake Wield too? Wow. Lex did not. I guess Quandrix is just open, huh? I'll take it. Hey, there's a Biograph and Quandrix Pledge Mage. It's really late for this guy. Okay, fine. We'll take those out for now. We'll grab Elemental Summoning for the lesson board. Maybe Creative Outburst will be cast one game. Sure. Curate. Sure. Elemental Masterpiece. Arcane Subtraction. Last pick. Wowzers. That case, pack 2, pick 1. The rare is Auric Lore Mage, which isn't really a card. It's kind of just a 3/3 with text on it that doesn't matter. Just opt. I don't think we want to take Creative Outburst. I guess it's Pop Quiz. I think it's got to be Expanded Anatomy. This card is nuts. The rare is Witherbloom Command. Pass to us. I think we're off Witherbloom by now, though. We're just doing the Quandrix thing. I think the best common in the set is Burying Book, secretly a 3-drop. Kills tokens, gets rid of problem creatures. It's great. Wow, past Archmage Emeritus? How do you say this? Emeritus? Archmage Emeritus. Words. I'll take that. Every time you cast a spell, draw a card. Seems good. Okay, now we can pick up a Scurrid Colony, which is fine. Or Intro to Annihilation, maybe. I'm going to take the lesson. When in doubt, take the lesson. We're going to have enough mana to cast that in this deck. The 2 field trips. Hopefully we can end up with like a environmental sciences at some point, but we'll see where it goes from here. Aha, Mythic Uncommon Bookworm. Yes, please. And here we can pick between Strixhaven Stadium, Solve the Equation, a Serpentine Curve, and a Campus. What's our spell count like? Kind of low. It's 8, which isn't bad. I think if we want to cast these, we need to take the Campus. Fortunately. I feel like I probably need 4 red sources for Creative Outburst, so we really need to prioritize the campuses. And Jadzi did not do anything on our last deck. Pretty much any card would have been better. She was dead every game. Hey, there's environmental sciences. Nice. We're going to grab that. This will let us play our expensive red finishers. Do we want to solve the equation? Not really. I think I'd rather have the 1-3 looter. Creative Outburst number 2 is probably not where we want to be. I like taking Pop Quiz. Pop Quiz is pretty sweet. I'm interested to see where Pack 3 takes us. I'm also interested to see what wheels here. Mage dual wheels. Goodness gracious. Yes, please. I'll take another one of those. We'll take a Eureka moment. Resculpt, I'm less excited about, but maybe. Maelstrom Muse, we're probably not casting, but we'll pick it up for now. Solve the equation, not unless we get Mizzix's Mastery. All right. Pack 3, pick 1. Yeah, notably, we got like no good Witherbloom cards in our last pack, so we're not going to head that way now. This pack's kind of bad for us. What do we even pick here? Big play? Letter? Is it letter, really? This is not great. I guess we take Clockwork Archivist. Sure. Something to do with our mana. We kind of need stuff to do with it. Hey, so here we have a few choices. There's Leyline Invocation. That's pretty good for us. It's a good finisher. Do we have Elemental Summoning yet? We have one. I think here it's either Invocation or Snow Day. I think we can wheel the Invocation. We could wheel the Snow Day too. Tough choice. What does our deck need more? Probably Invocation. We need stuff to do with 6 mana. We also need 2-drops. Maybe I should be taking 2-drops a little more aggressively. Teach by example, not really. Cultivate is probably what our deck wants to be doing. Maybe we can wheel it though. I like Fractal Summoning as well. Many good choices. The guide's not half bad either. I kind of like Kelpie Guide, actually. But I would have liked like all of them. Hey, there's Mage Duel for us, or Arcane Subtraction. Number 2. What does our lesson board look like? Elemental Summoning, Intro to Annihilation, Expanded Anatomy, Environmental Sciences. We got a lot of stuff to learn. Kind of like having another one of these. Now, if we can pick up another Prismari Campus, that'd be great. Abundant Harvest? Maybe Mage Duel number 3. Let's go with that for now. We might not play it though. Yeah, we need 2 drops. We die to the Silver Quill decks pretty hard. No 2 drops here. Witherbloom Pledge Mage is good, but we have a lot of beef at the top end already. I'm inclined to just take Containment. Witherbloom Pledge Mage is so good. We don't have any 5s yet. So here it's a question, do we want Scurrid Colony or Pest Summoning? I have a lot of ways to learn to find the Pest Summoning, and that buys us the time we need. But Scurrid Colony, I think, is a little better. We might be able to wield this. Hey, there's Quandrix Campus. That makes our mana a little easier. Like the other things in the pack here as well, though. Let's get this Cogwork Archivist out of here. Got 2 cards so far. I don't want any of this. Let's take this Inkling Summoning away from someone. Let's get rid of the Curate for now. Well, actually, Curate's fine. It helps us find our lands and stuff. I don't like Soothsayer Adept, though. You can probably cut some top-end card. Probably Creative Outburst. It's a little too hard to cast. Snow Day. If we have Snow Day, we can cast that and maybe just win with a bunch of our big creatures. I think Professor's a little more consistent, though. You can pick up the Cultivate. Oh, wow. I want like all these cards, please. I think it's Cultivate. Then Biblioplex. Need to cut like a few cards here. We're at 27, so actually we're at 20 less than 5, so we need to cut 2 cards. Like too many 3s. Oh, Maelstrom Muse, get out of here. Sneaking in there. Aether Helix, no, thanks. I guess we could cut one of the Professors. No, I want one of them back then. Yeah, 40. Kind of agree with those lands. I think I want like 8 blue sources, so I need 6 of these. I want 2 mountains to bring us up to 3 red sources. Fill the rest up here with forests. That gives us 7 green sources. And maybe I want more than 8 green sources. Maybe I want 9. A little more green than blue. So we're 9, 7, 3. It's acceptable. Goblin time. Let's get into our first game here. Kind of feels like we just drafted the same deck twice in a row, but I think this one is a little bit more heavy on the top end than even our last one. But we have the ramp to get there, though, which is the difference. Yeah, we'll keep that. We have Pledge Mage, and if that sticks, we have Subtraction and Mage Duel to back it up. I like to see that. Unwilling Ingredient, so they're probably some flavor of aggro. I don't think we need to learn right away here. No 2-drop? Remorse. Yep. Goodbye, Bookworm. But I think Bookworm wouldn't even be the pick here. I think they probably have to take Pledge Mage. Because this kind of deck wants me dead before I cast Bookworm. Like if I stick Pledge Mage, I've got a lot of good backup for it. So now the question is, do I learn in response now? Didn't end up with the pest summoning, unfortunately. Don't think so. We got a cultivator, which is good news. Let's take the one for now. Silver Quill Silencer. Sure. So that's going to draw them a card and give them some life, but that's okay. Oh, I played the wrong land. Whoops. Sequencing error. That probably lost us the game. Punt. Let's subtract their silencer now. And grab elemental summoning. Meant to do that. Spectre of the Fens. Here's our cultivator. So we can grab that for us now. And next turn we can summoning Mage Duel to kill their Spectre, probably. Killian. Yuck. Just yuck. All right, take your taxes. No attacks, though. How much mana do we have? We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more mana and we're on Bookworm mana. And then we might be able to stabilize. I feel like I'm sizing down a removal spell here. Rise of Extus. Yuck. So let's Eureka moment now. Didn't get a land. It's a little sad. We'll play Needlethorn Drake. Not attack. If they want to annihilate my 4/4, that's kind of a win. You're definitely saving that for my Bookworm, though. We may need to annihilate Killian ourselves. Because we can subtract next turn. Maybe. How bad do you want to get in? Baleful Mastery. Yuck. Alright, we're just trading off with your 3-2. Very well. Spectre of the Fens. If I Archmage, we die. If I subtract, we die. I think we're kind of dead. Right? Can't, if I intro to Annihilation, can I intro to Annihilation? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to subtract the Spectre to learn. This is unfortunately the only way I live. But we're pretty dead here. Sedgemoor Witch, yuck. Alright, opponent, you got it. Good game. Good beats. They were able to roll with our punches pretty well there. A little bit of a disappointing first game, but I think it shows our deck can put up a little bit of a fight against the aggro decks. They had about all the removal, though. Found our next opponent. We can cultivate with this. They're on the play. This is a really do-nothing hand. Might be too dirtily. But we're on the draw, we'll see. I'll keep it. Oh no, we're gonna just die to aggro. Gonna just die to aggro. Oh no, maybe they're playing like the Sam Black removal deck? That's a bit of a relief. So we're going to cultivate next turn. Find some islands. Tezzy's Gambit. Nice. Next turn we can Eureka Moment. Wanderer's Apprentice. Cool, cool. Yeah, I guess we're going to Eureka Moment at the end of their turn. The old do nothing and ramp into Bookworm strategy. Zimone from our opponent here. We're probably going to want to deal with that, but we're not in a situation where we really need to just yet. Are we in Bookworm land yet? No, we're not. I think that's probably next turn. We are in Leyline Invocation land, though, but that can be way bigger. Let's Cultivator and Field Trip, I think. We're going to ramp so hard. Yeah, let's find an island. All the basic lands. Guess we want Summoning. Not having fractal summoning is a little disappointing. We'll start trying to draw some cards here. Simone. I don't like how they're targeting my Quandrix Cultivator. So we can Bookworm, and we can also Needlethorn Drake, which seems good. All right, you better not reject me. Thank you. And we also found a Mage Duel off that. This is sweet. If I attack with this, can they kill it? They can if they attack, block with everything, and if they do that, we get to kill Zimmo. Do I want to trade Quandrix Cultivator for Zimone or Dina? I think so. Killing their apprentice wouldn't be bad either. It's just 3 damage, though. I didn't think they would want to block that. Ooh, they're digging for lands. I think we got to kill Zimone. Them having access to card draw is not what I like. So let's make an 11/11. That seems good. Let's have this fight there. Zimone, I suppose. Professor's Warning. Okay. If they really want to save Zimone, it's a good place to save it. And we can run out Kelpie Guide as well. Get in for 8. Unless they have something crazy here, I'm feeling like we're in a good spot. We can even pop quiz to find the +2/+2. Oh yeah, you're gonna get rid of my Bookworm. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but we're still doing okay for now. Do I want to get in with the Kelpie Guide? Probably not. It doesn't kill anything. We're just going to pressure them. I'm not in the... I don't feel like I need to block. We might as well pop quiz. And grab, I suppose, Intro to Annihilation. Run out this mountain. Play Elemental Summoning. Then on their upkeep, we will tap down Zimone. So if they want to draw cards, I got to think about it doing it now. They are at, I think, 7 mana to our, like, infinity. They must be calculating blockers here. Fused with Vitality. Okay. Gives Death Touch. There's some sort of crazy OTK here. Oh, Devouring Tendrils to kill my 11/11? I don't think so. Yeah, that's pretty good. Take that win. Worked out more or less how we wanted it to. I was a little concerned when they played a 1-drop on turn 1. Luckily, they weren't the hyper aggro I was concerned about. That could have gone a lot worse for us, had that been the case. All right, so our hand is 2 forests and stuff that we can't cast. We mulligan this. They're on the play. Yeah, this is fine. We'll keep 6, and we're going to send back, I think, one of the mage duels. I'd love to keep it, but we need to be ramping. We're going to play our tapped lands first. Our opponent is not going to run us over in the first 5 turns. Good news for us. Brackish Trudge, okay. So I think that means we want to run out Quandrix Pledge Mage. If we Mage Duel, that still kills it, I'm pretty sure. Well, keeping our guy alive. So next turn is probably going to be Field Trip plus Mage Duel unless they interact with us. If they interact with us, it's a little upsetting, but can probably still find a way out of it. Hey, don't beep at me. I wanted to say hi. Okay, no blocks. Overgrown Arch. Nice little wombo combo. Time to Field Trip. We get blown out by that Vitality spell. If they have that, that's a little too bad, but C'est la vie. We're going to grab Elemental Summoning here as a backup plan. They didn't have it. Good to know. Get in for 5. Okay, they didn't do anything. We're in good shape. We can run out our Elemental Summoning next turn and get in for another 5. If their plan is to gain a life and get back Brackish Trudge, it's not a great plan. Could run out Witherbloom Pledge Mage here. What sleeve is this? Nylea? Nice. Springmane Servant. So they've got all the payoffs for the like life gain deck, or all like the enablers, but like not really many of the payoffs. Okay, we're gonna run out the Elemental Summoning now. Make our guy a 5/5. And crunch in. The next turn is going to be a Kelpie guy turn. Yeah, I'm concerned we're kind of running out of gas, though. Another Springmane Servant. And Brackish Dredge. So this is not indefatigable. But I don't think we want to run our Pledge Mage into that. That just trades both Springmane Servants for our threat that grows over the course of the game. We're just going to play Kelpie Cat. We are going to attack with our 4/4 though, because if they want to trade both of their servants for that, that's a win for us. I thought not. How many lands do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're on tapping their stuff down mana next turn? Ooh, okay. Well, I'm glad that we're on tapping their stuff down mana next turn. Elemental Masterpiece. Oh yeah. We're not quite on attacking them with the Pledge Mage mana yet. If we attack with the Elemental, they just block it with Brackish Trudge, and then they get it back, which I don't like either. We'll just start the tapping their stuff down train. See where that gets us. I think we're going to scry on our upkeep. All right, where are the 1/1 counters going? The set. Oh, yuck. That's bad. That's bad. That's really bad. I think we want to tap down their Brackish Trudge. Because they can pump their whole team right now with Lisette. The Arch. They would die on the Crackback maybe, though. It's time to scry. Gondric's Cultivator. Yeah, that goes on top. That's a topper. Oh wait, I need to play my land first. Take that action. We tap down one of their servants. So how does this work? They can gain life, grow their Blood Researcher to a 4/4, pump their team again, makes that a 5/5. That's not great. Their whole team is just going to grow literally every turn, right? So the question is, do I have good attacks right now? Because if I attack with the Quandrix Pledge Mage and all my 4/4s, tap down their Blood Researcher, it puts them under a lot of pressure. Yeah, I think we got to start pressuring them pretty hard. If we can get their creatures out of the way, it'd be ideal. One of these is going to die to Lisette, but we're going to get a lot of damage in, maybe. Now, I didn't think this out terribly much. If they just want to trade, this is fine. Puts them at 4. Pretty good for us. Might need to throw away our Quandrix Cultivator to chump block here. Their Blood Researcher is going to get big. Onslaught to kill my Kelpie, that's bad. It's pretty bad for us. Expanded Anatomy. They probably just hit with Blood Researcher, right? Yeah. Yeah, things aren't looking good anymore. Scry. Scurrid Colony. Does that get us out of this? No, let's see if we can do better than that. Mage Duel. Yeah, that's pretty good here. So they can grow their team. Blood Researcher can be a 9/9, so we don't fight the Blood Researcher. I think we have to fight Lizette. Yeah, that's the top deck we needed. If we attack with everything, this goes here, eats my Pledge Mage. This goes here, eats that. They go to 1 and I die. Not good. We don't attack here. I think we're going to need to double block the Blood Researcher. It's going to be a 10/10. Probably be Pledge Mage and Blood Researcher in there. Trade with the Brackish Trudge. Not a fan of. That a 10/10, yeah. Ooh, they're gonna learn. Oh no, Expanded Anatomy. 12/12. I guess everything's got to block their Blood Researcher now. 7 plus 4 is 11. Not great, but you do what you got to do. Scry. Land? No, it's not doing it. Cane Subtraction. Doesn't do anything for us now, but I think we're gonna hold on to that. No attacks. I think we're gonna take Annihilation here. Block, because we're gonna be able to remove that. I like our chances if we can just get them to stop killing us. Spectre of the Fens could also be killing us, but I think it's a little bit less of a problem. Get in for 3. Spectre is more of a problem than Brackish Trudge, I think. If they crack in for 6 and they draw nothing, I don't like this, but gives us the best chance to win next turn. I don't know if this paid off if they don't attack. Bayugroff. Okay, so we're taking 6 here. Let's scry. Cultivate. That's not going to do it. If I scry, can I afford to cast Leyline Invocation or Bookworm? We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 minus 5 is 6. So we couldn't cast Bookworm, but we could cast Leyline Invocation. Doubles our odds at seeing it. It would stabilize us. Yeah, we scry. If it's Bookworm on top, we're sad, but whatever. Needlethorn Drake on top. Sure. Trades, at least. No attackers, though. I don't like our odds. They kept drawing creatures. They're gonna hit us with both of those. That makes sense. So this guy's got a chump. We're gonna trade with your Brackish Trudge. Does that make sense? Maybe it should be the other way. Because if they have some way to gain life and bring that back, it's really bad for us. But it comes into play tapped, whatever. It's so clunky. If they have the charge through whatever, we're dead anyway. Well, we're pretty dead unless we draw specifically Bookworm here, so I'm just going to draw. That was a land. Okay, let's scry. I just want to see. Mountain. So we weren't going to get there anyway. Archmage. Yeah, all right, good game. It was a close one. Kind of a close one. They were able to grind us out. Well, I think this deck is a little better than a 1-3, but I guess that's remains to be seen. And our next opponent here. Opponent goes first, but I think we can hold them off if they're aggressive. We'll keep this. Eye twitch. Sure. In for 1, but no follow-up. Good news for us. Gonna play our forest here. I don't think we need to subtract just yet. We need to save those for when they're going to be more valuable. I think we need to field trip for a 4/4. That's what I'm thinking our plan is. No 3-drop either. Good news for us. Oh, our next few turns are pretty scripted. Shadewing Laureate, yeah. So we're never blocking their creatures, unfortunately. Maybe we subtract to find Annihilation. There's a Pledge Mage. Let's run that out. And then I think we're going to cultivate. Well, we've got about infinity lands, and we're going to win this race. I think they're stuck on 3. They might have a hand that's like full of like combat profs or something. Ooh, Elemental Masterpiece. Don't mind if I do. Ooh, Study Break. Yeah, nice. They're going to need more of those, though. I guess they need that specifically just to learn this turn, because I wasn't going to be able to block them anyway. They needed to wait. I guess it saves them 8 damage this turn. They're still dead next turn. Oh, they just needed to rummage. Stonerise Spirit, yeah. They represent lethal damage here. They can't really attack. I guess they kind of can. But... Let's pop quiz. Grab Intro to Annihilation, perhaps. Does this let us hold up Arcane Subtraction? It does not. Let's run out the Quandrix Cultivator, find an island. Start blocking. They get to learn twice and grow their Shadewing, but I'm not too worried with our kind of fog effects here. They've discarded 2 Owl and Shield Mages now. Okay, they're going to find some lands. A Star Pupil. No damage today, please. Yeah, they weren't going to win that one. Bad luck on their end. They just got a little bit mono-screwed there. Seems like they kept a hand with maybe 2 to 3 lands and a bunch of 5-drops. And it didn't quite pan out for them. Let's go to the next game. Hey, I think this is the first time we've seen Arborian books. If we hit any amount of land, this is good. Opponent's thinking real hard. Hope they keep it, and we hope it doesn't work out. We actually hope that we play a good game. I'd prefer not to win games like our last one. Although in our last one, they got us relatively low. No opponent. Yeah, we're keeping. They kept, we keep. Awesome. So we're going to go Cultivator into having stuff to do. Now we're both playing the same deck. I hope we can go bigger than them. Grinning Angus. That can't be good. It's never a good sign when they do that. That's really concerning. Hopefully it's just a 2/2. We all know it's not just a 2/2. You don't play this unless you got a real good reason. Vortex Runner. Sure. We're not. We're you can have that. That's fine. So I think we can just get in with this Pledge Mage and hope they take the bait. Did not. So in that case, we're going to play our Archmage Emeritus. And we can Mage Duel next turn, I think. They're trying to ramp out some big spell. It's possible they do that this turn. They're technically kind of at like 7 mana here. Yeah, Creative Outburst. That kills them. That's just fine, though. It's 5 damage that didn't go to my face. Let's pop quiz. Grab Expanded Anatomy. Mage Duel here. Kraken for 5. And we're way ahead on tempo now. We're no longer ahead on tempo. Yeah, we're kind of ahead. Usmari Pledge Mage, okay. Maybe also the Ingus? So let's get in for 3. Forgot to do the thing. It's okay. We're going to field trip here. Grab our 4/4. Make a 4/4. I was just so excited to bury them in books. Another Grinning Angus. They're all in on this strategy. Let's grow our guy here into being a 6/6. Let's get in for 9. Everybody, you say? Away with you, Pledge Mage. Track my guy. This is a worthwhile trade. Still kills one of their Ignises. And we're going to get to draw a card. This is fine. So if they annihilate me, I'm still hitting them for 3. Nice. Yeah, got a land off the top. Nice. One land we don't need to draw manually. They're not blocking, so they're getting in for 2. Makes sense. We can play Needlethorn Drake here. Get in for 3. And I guess we can scry on the end of the turn. See what they do here. Maybe there's going to be another creative outburst here. Couple 4/4s, perhaps. Mizzix's Mastery, no. Okay. I think that means we might lose. Outburst to kill a guy. Sure. Pigment Storm to kill the other guy. Then they learn. So if I Arcane Subtraction in response, does that get us anything? I guess that's our own Intro to Annihilation. That's about it. We're not dead. They spent their whole turn to do that, to basically board wipe and draw a bunch of cards, which is good. But we're not out of it. We're gonna... Hey, I wanted to upkeep Scry Game. Please. Let's grab our own Intro to Annihilation here. And end the turn. If we hit any creature, we're kind of in business. Maelstrom Muse, that's a good one. Pledge Mage, that's a nice draw. Let's kill your Maelstrom Muse before that gets out of control. This also will gain us a little bit of life to stabilize. I think we want to put a stop here so we can upkeep Scry. Pondrix Pledge Mage. Probably going to be Spirit Summoning. No? Okay, they have Burian Books then. Need a creature. It's not quite a creature. I don't feel the need to annihilate their Pledge Mage just yet. Because if they have any amount of, like, any amount of anything is pretty bad for us. Can I do this and annihilate? I can't. Let's just cultivate and gain some life. Send it back. I'm not attacking into untapped mana. I know they have spells they could have cast. Think I'm a fool? What do you take me for? Let's scry again. Elemental Masterpiece. That's a good one. Can we cast that this turn? 2, 3. I think we can. Well, that is super rad. Can't cast it this turn. How unfortunate. Oh, no, yeah, we totally can. What are you talking about, game? Still not attacking into that Pledge Mage, though. They're going to iterate. For another Pledge Mage. If they do cast it, that means they probably don't have tricks up for the next turn. They're on double red. They could have a +1/+0 first strike, I guess. But I think we survive that. Let's get rid of your bigger guy. This should kill their entire board. Or them. Damage? Thrill of Possibility. Okay. Okay, that's good news. You can just Eureka Moment on their end step. This is a crazy game. That Mizzix's Mastery could have been way worse. I feel like our board presence is pretty good here, considering their low life total. Explosive Welcome. Yeah. They have like Shock or something. I think they're just dead now. Yes, yeah. Gamer moment. And we can even scry. Leyline Invocation. Yeah, that'll go on top. I think we're in the officially in the rub-ins stage here. Still had all these, opponent. Still had all these. And that's Exacties. We beat a Mizzix's Mastery. Very nice. All right, if we win one more, then it was fairly economical for this draft as well. Otherwise, it's just reasonably economical. Sort of how I rank these is 0 wins, why bother? 1 win, oh well. 2 wins, okay, but not great. 3 wins, this is about where I start feeling okay with myself. Because it means you're at least breaking even on games. That's all you can really hope for a evening of relaxation and slinging some spells. We found our next opponent pretty quick here. All right, 4 lands, Neilthorn Drake, Cultivator. One of them's a campus. We're on the play. I like that. We'll keep it. We'll lead with our slow land. Hey, we found a bookworm. Well, now I know what we're ramping to. We could be there in pretty short order with this Cultivate and the Cultivator. I think we need to Mage Duel that. Which is a little weird. We're gonna Cultivator next turn. Be gone, aggro card. Feel strongly that we are the control here. When they lead with these shiny mountains. Venerable War Singer. Okay. Let's run out our Cultivator here. We will take the action of finding an island. Yeah, not attacking. I think we have to double block here in case they can give this first strike somehow. Actually, if they have the first striker card, it's no good for us. They do not. I don't think they have tricks then. We'll cultivate. Find an island and a forest. No attacks. How much land do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're in bookworm zone next turn. Pretty sure that he's got the trample card. So if they had first strike, they would have done it earlier. They have enthusiastic study. If they enthusiastic study the first year, that's fine too. Let's hold back the Needlethorn Drake for the Cultivator for now. I can take the 4. They're going to gain 3 life next turn anyway. I don't want them to get value out of this. Oh, they're going to get value out of it anyway. Oh, wow. Sweet sequence. I have a 7/7. No attacks, though. Defend the campus. Yep. The campus is defended. Means we're going to get to bookworm later, which is nice. Oh, we just have to hold on. Bookworm's going in. Then we can Eureka Moment. Put a land into play. We can Mage Duel, eat their flyer. And pass it back. I like our position here. Let's eat their 2/1. Let's see that enthusiastic study. No, just shock. That's fine. Guess I should have blocked the Eager first here. War Singer, yeah. So we just kind of need bodies. Let's curate. Any number of these go in the graveyard. I submit 0. I want the bookworm. I want 2 4/4s. They are out of cards, so I'm not too concerned. I think we take 4 this turn unless they have some way to get rid of a blocker. Gold. Blot out the sky for 4. Please, what a top deck. That's pretty sweet. It's 2, 4, 6, 8. We're not dead yet. We can Pledge Mage and Pop Quiz. Find Expanded Anatomy. No, but if they attack us with everything, yeah, we need to gain the life here. We're not, so we're basically dead, but we're not dead just yet. That's rough. Blot out the sky. Well, I think we were gonna win to versus anything but that. Sometimes they just have the nuts mythics. So let's see what we get off this bookworm. All lands here. Let's get in. Good game, opponent. Well, disappointing end to that run, but what are you gonna do? Still, all in all, pretty fun series of games. Played a lot of Quandrix. Died to a lot of aggro decks. Pretty solid overall. Let's crack these packs open here, and then we'll figure out who we're raiding. Zendikar pack has Tabarax. That's not really a card. Didn't draft too much of that set. Sign in Blood, sure. Snakeskin Veil, sure. All those gems. Another Sign in Blood. Hey, all right. Well, that was pretty fun. Let's see, who are we gonna send you guys over to? Yeah, Pikachu's streaming. The Merfolk Master himself. Let's just load that up on my side here. Give me some modern Merfolk, so I'll send you over his way. Yeah. Everyone, have an excellent night, and I'll be back next Wednesday. I will see you around. Bye-bye.